guys, Harsh here and welcome back to Technolobe, Google Pixel 6. So last year in 2021, Google launched a couple of exciting smartphones after years. Like I do not remember being excited about a Google smartphone at least for a couple of years, and then finally they dropped the Google Pixel 6 lineup. So naturally because of that excitement, I ordered the Google Pixel 6 from US. I told one of my friends to get it over here in India because it did not launch in India, and that was only because of the excitement around this smartphone. Everyone had high expectations from Google, and at least on paper, they did deliver on those expectations. So naturally, when I got the smartphone in my hand, I was very excited, made a couple of videos about it, and I was loving the experience of using the Google Pixel 6. But there's always a but, isn't there? After a couple of months, the experience changed and I sold the Google Pixel 6. So here's the story of why I sold the Google Pixel 6. So sit back, relax and have fun. Now don't get me wrong, Google Pixel 6 is a great smartphone. It's not a bad smartphone by any means. Let's talk about the positives of this smartphone first. For example, the display is beautiful. It's not like the best industry leading display out there, and it's not trying to be that. It's a no-nonsense display that just works. A full HD plus AMOLED panel with a 90Hz refresh rate. The colors are awesome, the viewing angles are great, and the media experience of this smartphone is top-notch. Display-wise, Google Pixel 6 is actually very good. Now, along with the display, the speakers are also really good. So if you want to watch a movie or listen to music or something like that, then the speakers won't disappoint you on the Google Pixel 6. Just like the display, the software experience of Google Pixel 6 is top-notch. This is one of the main reasons why you would buy a Google phone in the first place, because of the clean and pure software experience. And this is the best and the most purest version of Android that you can find out there. Straight from Google's house, and you do get some really good features with the Google Pixel 6. First up, Material You works like a charm. Once you change the wallpaper, the entire theme of your phone will change, and it works really well. I've seen this implementation with other skins as well, like with Oppo phones, but Google is the best out there and they do it perfectly. You also get some really good AI features, like you can literally remove people out of photos. Yes, you can remove people out of photos just like magic, and the name itself is Magic Eraser. Google Assistant is also better than ever, and one of the best features out there is Now Playing. Now Playing will continuously keep a track of all the songs that are playing around you. That is a very convenient feature for a person like me who loves to listen to music, and I'm always trying to figure out what was that song playing in that cafe. Well, now with Now Playing, I don't have to think about it. It's right there on my smartphone. So the point is that software experience on Google Pixel 6 is also really good. Now at this point you might be wondering, why did I sell the Google Pixel 6 if I was having such a good time with it? Well, let's talk about that for a bit, shall we? The first reason is because how uncomfortable this smartphone is. Google Pixel 6 is a big and heavy smartphone. I did not expect that when I ordered this smartphone. I thought that it will be lightweight and very easy to use, but that's not the case. It's a heavy and uncomfortable smartphone, and you will have to get used to it. Like every time I gave this smartphone to someone, they were like, damn, this phone feels like a brick in my hand. It's big, it's long, it's heavy. And that's not an experience that you want in a flagship smartphone, like a premium smartphone. On the other hand, if you pick up a Samsung smartphone or a OnePlus smartphone, you will feel that premium experience, and you will feel that, weightlessness. That's absent on the Google Pixel 6. Now, design-wise, it is good. It looks good, but it does not feel good. And that kind of gives you a bad experience. And that's what happened with me over the period of a couple of months. And when I realized this? I realized this when I switched to another smartphone. Like I was using the Google Pixel 6 for the longest time because there was no smartphone launches at that time. But as soon as new smartphones came in, even the budget ones, they felt way better as compared to the Google Pixel 6. The second point is battery life. Battery life on Google Pixel 6 has just been okay. It's not been the best out there, and it's not even been good. It's been okay-ish. I'm not saying it's bad or worse, but it's not impressive either. I thought with software updates, Google will improve the battery life, but that was not the case. The battery just lasted me throughout the day, and I had to charge it towards the end of the day. And the worst part is that the charging is very slow. I tried a bunch of fast chargers with the Google Pixel 6, but none of them seem to be working to their full potential. Now, I do not own a device wherein I could see how much wattage it was pulling, but I can say that the charging was slow, and that was a very frustrating experience. We have budget smartphones which cost 26,000 rupees charging at 120 watts. And Google Pixel 6 is, not charging very fast. So that's a really big con for me. But there's one more reason why battery life is not the best out there on Google Pixel 6, which brings me to my third reason why I sold this smartphone, and that is the Google Tensor chip. So this is the first year that Google made their own silicon called as Tensor, and with Tensor Google promised some really amazing things. They did and achieved all those amazing things with software and AI features. But what they could not do was optimize that chip for the hardware that is present in the Google Pixel 6. For example, battery life. Battery life has not been the best out there because Tensor is not that optimized. Similar thing goes for performance. Performance of Google Pixel 6 has been smooth, but it's not the best out there. You would get somewhere around Snapdragon 870 level performance, but it is not sustained performance. It's a very unstable experience. It's not stable at all. Also, Tensor heats up very quickly. If you're doing something intensive like playing games for a couple of hours, then you can feel the Tensor chip heating up and then dropping down the performance. Basically, it will throttle, and that is an issue. We have seen similar things with the Exynos chips as well. Like Samsung has struggled with Exynos for a long period of time, and finally this year they switched to Snapdragon because the Indian fans were not happy with Exynos. Now this does not mean that Google should stop making chipsets. That would be the worst case scenario. They should make chipsets. It's just that they should optimize them more, and in a couple of years I'm pretty sure that Google will get way better in making chipsets. Apple makes really good chipsets with their A series because they have been doing it for so many years. I'm pretty sure that Google will get there. But yeah, it definitely needs improvement and optimization. This gets me to the fourth reason why I sold Google Pixel 6, and that is because of video performance. This smartphone can click some really good photos out there. In terms of photos, Google Pixel 6 is top notch. In fact, the price of the normal Google Pixel 6 is lesser, and it can outperform all the smartphones in its price segment for photography. The photos are really good in terms of detail level, dynamic range, colors, and they're very contrasty as well. In terms of photos, Pixel 6 does not disappoint in daylight as well as low lighting conditions. Night sight works like a charm, and it is literally magic. You can shoot some unbelievable shots at nighttime as well using the Google Pixel 6. But I cannot say the same about videography. I thought with Tensor chip Google will get better at videography, but that's not the case. Videos from Google Pixel 6 were just average and not the best out there. iPhones are still the champ out there in terms of videography, and I would blindly trust an iPhone for shooting good videos. But I cannot say the same about Google Pixel 6. And yeah, that's a big deal for me because I shoot a lot of videos. And now with Instagram Reels, I shoot even more videos. That's why I would prefer an iPhone. Now talking about Instagram, I don't know what the problem is with Android, but Instagram app for Android clearly sucks. And Google Pixel 6 is no exception to that. The Instagram and Snapchat experience on Google Pixel 6 is trash. It's literally trash as compared to an iPhone. So in conclusion, here are the 4 reasons why I sold the Google Pixel 6. First up, it's an uncomfortable smartphone. Second is battery life and charging. Third is the optimization of Tensor chip. And fourth reason is video performance. These 4 reasons were enough for me to sell the Google Pixel 6 and wait for the Google Pixel 7. I'm hoping that Google will address most of the issues with Google Pixel 6 in Pixel 7, and then the experience will be better. I will make sure to buy the Google Pixel 7 because I want to see where Google goes. I don't want them to stop. Google Pixel 6 is a step in the right direction, and Google is definitely doing a good job over here. I want to see them improve. And yeah, that's why I'm making this long-term review. I want to see the Google Pixel 6 lineup succeed. But until then, at least in India, you should go for a Samsung phone or a OnePlus phone in the similar price range. So if you're planning to import it from the US, then don't go through that hassle. Buy a good Samsung phone over here and you'll be better off. Trust me on that. But yeah, anyway, that was my long-term review of the Google Pixel 6. Do let me know how you feel about this video in the comment section down below. If you like this content, go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It will mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.